EOM Business Network. So much for one broadcast.
The National Bureau for Statistics has reported that 30 state governments in Nigeria could not attract any form of investment into the states between January and June 2017. And I hear somebody ask, are you any surprised? No. Come to think of it, it is common practice in Nigeria today that governors just go to Abuja, collect federal allocation and share. No attempt at internally generated revenue. Anyhow, a big kudos to the governor of Lagos State, Akinwumi Ambode, a great example of a governor to emulate. Hello there, it's another very beautiful day and thank you for joining us. This is the EOM Business Network and we're coming to you from the studios of EOM Communications. Today on the program, as usual, we will take a look at the Nigerian economy as we speak to some notable industry operators about their businesses in relation to the operating environment. On Spot On is the Group Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of MG VOWGAS Group. And on the face-to-face is an industry icon. Indeed, a man who has made so much for himself as far as business operation in Nigeria is concerned. And we're talking about the Managing Director and Chief Executive of TONIMAS Nigeria Limited, Chief Anthony Enukeme. It's a package you must watch. I am Olorogo Elkanah Moware. Stay with us.
The Proudly Nigerian campaign is an initiative committed towards locating, identifying, recognizing, and promoting outstanding Nigerian individuals and organizations, both domiciled in the country and in the diaspora, for their positive contributions towards the continuous growth and development of Nigerians and the brand Nigeria. The campaign also aims to create an enviable environment which will ensure that the creativity of Nigerians is adequately recognized, particularly in the sphere of producing local whole content, goods and services.
A brand that operates on the world-class standard or with a Nigerian alternative, Nigerian heritage. So I particularly am proud to have an organization that promotes excellence.
It is also established to recognize the need to encourage more productivity from the teeming Nigerians both in the country and in the diaspora, who are brimming with ideas that could change the paradigm of Nigeria for good. It is against this background that the Proudly Nigerian Campaign Organization is embarking on a media tour to select strategic print media publications like The Nation, Sun, Vanguard, Business Day, and Punch newspapers to solicit for their partnerships so as to sensitize the citizenry on the need to be proudly Nigerians always. Proudly Nigerian Campaign, great nation, great opportunities.
Special TV report. Destination Abuja. Abuja Chamber of Commerce and Industry.
We are Abuja Chamber of Commerce and Industries. The chamber movement in Nigeria, in as much as it has existed for many years, still has a lot of challenges in terms of acceptance by a government.
There are various sectors in the economy and people in manufacturing, in importation, in exportation are all members of the chamber. So the essence is to foster and grow their business through advocacy, through inputs to government in areas of interest.
Watch out.
EOM Communications presents The Nigerian Engineer.
The Nigerian content law that already is being in use in the oil and gas sector, and it's beginning to yield some results. And we are saying you should extend this to all the sectors of the economy.
The Nigerian Engineer.
The vision of Nigerian Institute of Chemical Engineering is actually to be a center of excellence for chemical engineering profession in Africa and to be the prime mover of industrialization.
The Nigerian Engineer.
The first technical problem that we solved was the smoky flaring of gases in the Niger Delta. In doing this, have all our equipment provide reliable service for all our clients.
Watch out.
Fintech International Limited is to be one of the leading freight forwarding globally, which the Lord has been helping us in this aspect.
Findings from global economic evaluations suggest that for any economic climate to achieve a friendly, conducive and thriving business environment, the establishment of social infrastructures like health, electricity, roads, communication, transportation systems, physical structures, as well as friendly tax regimes and so on is essential. In fact, some of the major roots of Nigeria's economic stagnation can be traced to infrastructure deficit, insufficient implementation of developmental policies, lack of consistency to agreed policies, financial mismanagement, and unfriendly tax regimes, amongst others. Recent results from the Article 4 consultation with Nigeria by the International Monetary Fund has also presented the unsustainability of Nigeria's economic policies as a major problem, which has necessitated a strategy to transform the economy into a more diversified and inclusive one. Economic experts have therefore recommended that for Nigeria to improve on its 1% real growth in its economic recovery plans to revamp the current economic challenges and indeed compete favorably in the circle of global economic powers, then about 25% of its gross domestic product must be sincerely and consistently committed to infrastructure development over the next 10 years. EOM Business Network spoke to a cross-section of industry captains on the prospects and challenges of doing business in Nigeria. Honorable Sonny Odion is the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of SONNEX Paints.
SONNEX Paints was brought out of passion for painting, for decorative. I actually have the dream after I diversified my investments from the car auto sales. I decided to venture into this. So I went for some trainings alongside my teams. So we decided to give birth to SONNEX Paints. We are into various types of painting. We have the popular emulsion, which basically every paint industry can do. We have the texture, what you know as test coat. We have the silk, what you know as the satin. We have the matte. We have the gravitex. We have the gloss finishing. We have the stucco. We have the pastel. So the uniqueness of this is this. Like this wall, this is not it's not a tile wall. This is what we call stucco. It comes with various patterns, various designs, and your ability to wash it off when it gets stained makes it a kind of unique from the normal emulsion and the test coat you see everywhere. You know, people, we only have this mindset that whatever comes from abroad is better than what we have here. But that is absolutely wrong. I may not know in the other brands, but when it comes to painting, that is absolutely wrong. the painting world, whatever it takes out there to manufacture is what we are doing here. I don't want to mention them. We have world-class paints that can compete with any painting industry worldwide. Europe, the Italy, the Germany, we can stand them, match them one-on-one because of our efficiency. So that sounds good for the Nigerian economy. So if we depend on the one coming from overseas, abroad, I think all you need to do is just have a depot. Put 1 or 2 persons there you are selling. So that will not create a wealth. That will not create an economy for the nation. So what Manufacturing Association of Nigeria are doing, I'm glad they are orienting the Nigerians that there is a need for you to buy made in Nigeria so that our economy can grow. Our greatest challenge is electricity. Electricity is our greatest challenge. If I tell you, not just me, any other manufacturer spent on generating power, to generate power, to carry out their daily businesses, you may not believe it. So it's one of the sector we need to look at. It's one of the sector government need to help us with. The generating power, then the security aspects, and the taxation. So I call on the government to please help us in the area of electricity, the taxation, so that there we have a kind of justice in the upcoming and the SMEs.
Okezie George Obinna is the Group Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of BENMONIQUE Services Limited.
BENMONIQUE Services Limited is the pioneer company of I, and then every other company I operate works under BENMONIQUE Services Limited. Basically, BENMONIQUE Services Limited is into some key things. One, they're into greener energy. Okay, we deliver solar system to homes, private sectors, individuals, companies. Because what we're trying to do in Nigeria is because we don't have power. Power is a failure. So what we're trying to do today is to deliver power to individuals and homes and private sectors on pay-as-you-go basis. From crude oil, you extract it, do the process it goes, it comes to diesel, it comes to petrol, it comes to kerosene, which is PMS, DPK, AGO, all these things. But when we burn them, it comes to what? Energy. You use them to produce energy. Now, let me give you an instance. Gas comes from oil, right? Now, but you use the gas to do what? To power energy. So that is why you said energy and gas. Without gas, most times there will be no energy. Because the world is going digital. Most of the things they do now, they use gas in powering. So that's why LNG is, people are supporting the power sector, PCN. When they give them gas, they will produce energy. The forest plays a vital role in the crude oil. Because if the crude oil drops and the forest remains steady, the pricing will not be as noticeable as we notice it today in Nigeria. Is because the forest has gone bad in this country. Even to source it to go and buy the crude oil or subsidy to go and buy anything you want to use in oil and gas, it becomes a difficult thing. Because we didn't plan ourselves properly. That is why immediately the price of the crude oil drops, it affected every player in the industry. One, they don't even have money to source for this forest, waiting to go and get the business done abroad. Now, even if you give them the dollar here, they get the value of the dollar compared with the outside world is nothing to write home about. So these are the problem. Do you understand? So this is playing a vital role in the. That's why you see price fluctuations going up, it comes down. We are following the trend of the forest. As the forest goes, so the prices of the product goes.
Godwin Izomo is the Group Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of MG VOWGAS Group.
MG VOWGAS was incorporated in 2006, December precisely. We did not start operation until 2009. A two-bedroom flat somewhere in Okbogu. And from there, we moved to close to Shell. From there, we moved to our own facility in Eliozo area, a 3-story building. Then from there, moved to our base here, the Mazion fabrication yard. So it has been a journey supported by God. Whatever you see here is a product of what God has done, not by my strength. Because the Bible says that by strength shall no man prevail. God have all these years taken us from one step to another and has been faithful to us in every aspect of our operation. You know, challenge is part of our life. Without challenge, you can't think outside the box. But when you have challenges, then your best can come in. So challenge, if I tell you that all these things come without challenge, I'm lying. The whole journey started around 2009 precisely when we start operation, but with different, as you know, as you grow, you encounter different challenges. So we have our own share of our challenges, but God has seen us through to this stage. And He's still taking us somewhere that only Him can define. I can't define it. Is to make Nigeria a hub for manufacturing. Nigeria to be a hub of manufacturing, fabrication, construction, and a hub for industrialization. And Nigeria should be, we have everything it takes to be an industrialized country. We have everything. We have the manpower. We have the youth that are so educated compared to the generation that is just going, that we are illiterate. And that is what is the cause of our problem. We have the youth that are so educated. You have a lot of them. My secretary is a master's degree holder. You have a lot of them. Qualified lawyer, qualified, but there is no job because the generational past, they don't think, don't have anything to offer Nigeria. The youth should be given a space in the Nigerian politics. I'm not a politician. I never intend to be because my time has passed. We have a vibrant youth that are so educated. They have access to information that they can download any information in the internet that they can use to improve on themselves and the nation. None of those men that are ruling us have access to. Most of them cannot even use the internet. We have a vibrant youth, a vibrant society that can develop Nigeria in the next few years. Our vision is to make sure that every major fabrication in the oil and gas industry is domiciled in Nigeria. That is our vision. Our vision is basically we have to support the government to improve employment generation in Nigeria. Integrity is one of our core values, coupled with the fear of God. and doing the best, putting in the best, knowing what to do and do it with the best of your capacity. Because what will make us to compete internationally is when we are able to meet the standard that is required in the international community. Nigeria is hard time. We have to start doing things the right way and also do them with the best standard.
This company is dedicated to work in oil and gas. Oil and gas, offshore or onshore. Onshore is, you know, is a large number of equipments that we can fabricate it. And like I say, you can start for the piping fabrication. We can work for the subsea flats. You can fabricate the plats. You can fabricate the jumpers. You can prepare here. You have space enough to the jackets. You can fabricate the decks. You can fabricate all these kind of equipments. You have space. You have conditions for start as soon as possible. You're waiting for the first opportunity.
Is to assure the client and my group managing director that whatever product we are producing in MG VOWGAS meets client requirements, if not that he exceeded it.
Chief Anthony Enukeme is the Chief Executive Officer of TONIMAS Nigeria Limited.
TONIMAS Nigeria Limited was incorporated in 1982. Our focus then was on oil. I worked under Total, but I left Total immediately after the Civil War in 1970 because Total, every place was closed in 1967 and nothing was happening, and we fought the Biafran-Nigerian War. Immediately after the war, 1970, we have to set up on TONIMAS Trading Company. And in 1982, when we start building our own filling stations, we now changed into TONIMAS Nigeria Limited. Since then, we have been in this business, you know, little by little, said a thoughtful boy. Moment by moment, I employ by learning a little every day. It's not a day's labor. And so we have been there all these years. We have been in this company even before I got married. We build roads, we give electricity. Within that environment, we give them water, which is mostly their need. We also build a church because they have none. We built a church for them there. But the most important is the road. The road we constructed to link with the villages and the major street. We've done that. And the other, we give scholarship to indigent students. Because of the economic situation in Nigeria, because Nigeria has a Cameroonic economic somersault. Here there's no road. And there's no road existing in the whole country. So if you are running a transport business, it is not moving because these roads are so terrible that you continue to lose your vehicle from time to time. Bad roads. Now, previously, the banks were giving us money at the rate of 15%. Today, most of the banks are now giving at 30%. You don't tell me what type of business you will be doing to make profit to cover 30%. Which shows indirectly they are not encouraging anybody to take bank loans or overdraft. And how can you do business without that? I don't 100% believe that all products made abroad are more superior than the ones made in Nigeria. Are you now saying that products from China is better than the ones produced in Nigeria? Nigerians produce superior quality product, but because of inferiority complex, our people now think that products, most of the products from foreign products are not good. But I'm just telling you that products made by TONIMAS is equal to those ones made in Western Europe.
We started the gas business by importing cylinders. That started in 2009.
And that's all we have time for on today's package of EOM Business Network. Thank you for being a part of it. Our deep and sincere gratitude to you, our sponsors, for your continued interest and support. We hope you have benefited from the content of today's package. And just in case you missed out on any aspect of the content, then you can come with us to eomcoms.com. In the meantime, always remember, we are champs. Oh yes. On behalf of the rest of the production team, Olorogo Elkanah Mawari. Please let's do this again, same time, same channel on Friday. Join us.